Good morning.
Hello, hello. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. How are you?
I'm good. My house is redonkulously clean right now. Can I tell you why?
Why?
Like, it's super clean. Like,
Oh, I thought you just said I'm a mess. It was a mess, and that's why you couldn't find something.
No, I'm a mess.
Oh, okay. Well, those are two different things entirely.
Because I was gonna work this weekend at the OTB disc golf tournament in Stockton, right? So I had to get childcare, and the only childcare I could get was my mother-in-law, and which is fine. Like, we get along just fine, right? But it was also one of those things where, like, that it's going to be like a report back scenario where it's like,
that the house is a disaster and this
right,
is Oh yeah.
And the house wasn't, but it was still one of those things where it was like, I went to a store. Like, whoa, what store was that? Oh, I was at the Habitat for Humanity store, and they were selling like Lysol concentrate for like $2, right? But not like the lemon scented Lysol concentrate.
Hi, Cheyenne. Yeah.
Just Lysol, so it has that chemically smell to it. But my entire house is one huge odor busted, disinfected home right now.
Don't you love it? You have like the biggest smile on your face. It feels so good, huh?
Oh, it really does. Like, I'm pretty good about like general upkeep, like I do my dishes, clean my floor, stuff like that. But like, this was like a deep clean yesterday. And then I ended up not having to go to work. So I had to call off the sitter. So now I just have this nice clean house to hang out
in. Nice. I love when you have to be forced to clean it and you're like, oh man, you know what I mean?
Right.
And then it looks good. And then you're like, why didn't I just do that a long time ago?
Yeah.
My ex-husband stayed at my house this weekend and I stayed elsewhere, and it's a disaster.
What?
He always leaves it a mess. It makes me so mad. I'm like, I'm letting you stay at my place. There's like domino boxes on the floor and whatever. Well, anyways, no Domino's boxes, like pizza boxes.
Oh, that makes more sense. Wait, hold on. Murphy's, not known for its fast food, but if you want Domino's.
Okay, however, in his defense, that oh no, we don't have Domino's. I don't know where he got it.
Okay, I know. I wasn't coming at Joe for the Domino's. I was coming at Murphy's for being like, no fast food restaurants except Domino's.
Oh, no. I thought you were making fun of Joe for not going and getting like better food because there's so much good food here. No. We were so packed downtown this weekend. I had a blast. Remember that guy that on our live stream on last Thursday, I said was in a tank top and offered me a bump after I knew him for like 5 seconds? And I'm like, no, right?
Yeah.
He wore that same tank top all weekend. So I saw him one day, just people watching. And then I go out with our friends to the hotel, and he's like, "Remember me from last night?" And I go, "Yeah, you're wearing the same shirt."
You know the shirt, yes.
Oh my goodness. I had so much fun. I got hit on by so many guys. There's a bunch of these guys from Discovery Bay out there, and we were just packed. And every single night was like a good vibe downtown and packed and fun. And then, so I had there was these 3 guys that were trying at me for like all 3 days of the fair, of the frog jumps, right? Coming into the champagne, and they stick out like a sore thumb in a champagne bar. You know what I mean? And so I know, and they're hitting on me and trying to buy me drinks. And I'm like, I'm working. You know what I mean? Then I go out and they're giving me their numbers. And then I hook up and not hook up. Well, okay, dang it, we're live. I said that out loud. And I end up having a good time with this one guy who showed up on the last night, who's like, didn't even know it was frog jumps and had every like red flag that I should say that I usually would stay away from. I'm not going to say what they are because he was pretty honest that he's like dating, you know what I mean? And I don't want to block him. Oh my God. But we had the best time. I had the best weekend.
Can we just agree from here on out that when people use the term hook up, ended up with, hung out with, chilled with, like, you hooked up. We're all adults here. Like,
we know, right?
Right. Short of saying, hey, we went home and these are the things that we did, like, we get it. We could...
and yes, you are exactly right. We had a blast. He was like, he made me feel really good about myself, but he wasn't those like cheesy overdo it guys. We laughed. He got along with my friends at the end of the night. The sushi place stayed open late for me, my girlfriend Jessica, just so we could eat. Like, it was a good vibe weekend. Like, for the locals, for the tourists, after all of this COVID, it was just a blast.
I'm glad you had a good time.
Thank you.
Had a good time.
And then I got some of my own karma yesterday. So then I'm having breakfast with my girlfriend Jessica because I had to tell her all about my fun time, right? And this other dude comes in and starts hitting on me. Yes, Janae. This other dude, newly divorced guy, talking to me, and I'm like, I already see where this is going. The bartenders are kind of laughing at him because they know who I am. I'm in the same dress that I was in the day before, holding my shoes, bro. Do I look like I'm here for a relationship? No, right? So he starts buying me drinks all day, and we keep going to all these different wineries and stuff. This is yesterday. And then guess what happens?
Yeah.
Ghosted me. Like, boom. I went into the next winery, and all of a sudden, dude was gone, dude. I got a taste of my, just gone, right? And I was like, what the hell? Just left. So we start making out or whatever. And he's like, I just met you a couple hours ago. This is going really fast. I go, you're newly divorced. I told you I'm in the same dress as yesterday. Does it look like I'm here for a long time or just a good time? Right? Don't slut shame me. Like, you're here too, bro. You know what I mean? So he leaves, and I'm like, whatever. So my girlfriend Danette comes and picks me up because I couldn't drive, obviously. Comes and picks me up. And then this morning he sent me like 3 texts. I'm sorry. I don't even remember my buddy picking me up.
Wow. Hey, you know what though? At least you got the follow-up. I'm sorry.
Yeah, right?
I ran into the person that ghosted me back in February at the park like 3 weeks ago. I never told you about that.
No.
Because I've only been ghosted once, and then like there was no real follow-up to it, you know? And I take that back. I've been ghosted a couple of times. This was a ghosting that actually kind of hit me.
Okay, I remember you telling me that she ghosted you, but I didn't know that there was a follow-up.
Well, there wasn't until I don't know, it was a week or two ago. I showed up at the park to go disc golfing, and like she was there walking her dog. And so, but at first I didn't recognize her because I wasn't looking for her. You know, I wasn't planning on seeing anybody. And then she comes up, and she goes, "Hey," I'm like, "Oh, hey." She goes, "How are you?" I'm good. So I'm not gonna lie, a little awkward.
So you just put it out in the open. I think that's the best way to do it. Just put it out in the open.
Yeah, I kind of did. I'm not gonna lie, a little awkward, but I wish you luck.
Oh man, yeah. I don't think I'm gonna give this guy a response anyway. It's gonna either be no response or it's gonna be a response like, "Hey, I was just wrapping up a good weekend, but I'm not interested."
He's not in the spot anyway.
No, he wasn't.
And you don't.
I could tell within the first hour that he was not. That dude was married like 20 years, and her stuff's still in the house. And I'm like, you don't want none of this. You ain't ready for this.
That's right. You know, like I guess
sorry, bro.
When I was very, very, very first single, and I don't know if this is common or just with some women, but when I was very first single, I was telling everybody that would go out on a date with me, like, I have all the red flags. I've got a million red flags, and I can tell you exactly what they are. I'm not here for a relationship, I promise you. And I would still get some that would be like, yeah, but maybe I'm it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, like the Murphy's guy, he told me from the beginning, no relationship. We are never going to be in a relationship. Like, he was brutal about it, brutally honest a couple times. And I would still be like, maybe he'll change for me.
Right.
No.
And it's always an awkward conversation because when the conversation does come back around, because it always comes back around in a way where it's like, you're not talking to me as much anymore. What's going on? And in my head, I'm like, I feel like I kind of told you what was going on.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Why?
Yeah. Me and this guy that I hooked up with over the weekend.
No.
Like,
ended up with.
Chilled with.
Hung out with.
We were both like, look, no. I said, look, I haven't really let anybody around me since my last relationship kind of messed me up. I'm looking for a good time tonight. And he's like, let's do this. And we had a blast. And he said he was the same way. He's like, me too. I have some stuff going on. Let's do this. And I was like, heck yeah, we had a blast.
You guys had a good time that night.
Yeah. Oh, it was so much fun. And I even told him, I was like, look, you have my number. You know where to reach me. And I go, and you're a lot of fun. So if there's anything coming up that I think you would have fun, you want me to hit you up? And he's like, hell yeah, hit me up. Because I was telling him about you and Angie. And I was like, he would be so much fun to take to one of Angie's pool parties with all of us. We had a blast.
Let's do it then.
I know.
My weekend was super low key. My weekend was mostly kids and kind of hanging out. But I think I'm gonna end up seeing you out in public like in a week.
Yes.
Maybe.
What are we doing again?
So I'm low key dating somebody. I'm dating somebody, but I'm not really talking about it that much because I don't really want to right now, you know?
Yeah.
But she's a performer and it's pretty cool to go watch her perform. And it looks like you might go see her at a place you're talking about.
Yeah. I asked you if it was okay because I didn't want to make you uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And the place that she's going to be at, and I won't say it because then everybody's going to start connecting the dots. A whole bunch of people randomly brought up to me this weekend. So I really want to go check it out too.
Yeah. So, but
I might bring that dude.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
I'm going to be hanging out with you because she's going to be doing her thing. It's not going to be hanging out with anybody. Like, that's what I found is like I've never dated anybody who's had performances where like you go watch them do things, right?
Yeah, that's cool.
It is cool, except that when you're watching them do their thing, which is really cool and really fun, you realize about 10 minutes in, you're sitting by yourself.
Okay, but you can do that, right? You're not afraid to sit by yourself.
No. Just like, you know, it's like one of those like, hey, that was, there's no one to say that to.
Oh.
But it's fun. It's a lot of fun.
When you're doing that, you can text me because I'm usually sitting at the bar by myself too.
That's what. So maybe this week we get to hang out.
Yeah, that would be so much fun. I want to see you this week.
Yeah, it needs to be fun. And you can't forget that our boss lady also told us that we need to go over to her house this week.
We should just invite her there too.
We should. Let's go to
Let me see what I have going on. Okay, yeah. I'll be in the Valley tomorrow.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. I'll hit you up later and we'll figure out when we're going to go to Boss Ladies. And then I'm probably going to do that performance.
I like that we have a live stream where our job is to entertain the people, but instead we just make our weekend plans.
I think that's entertaining.
I got to go shopping.
Janae, if I go, I'll send you the flyer. Let's make it a full house. Make Ian Riley super uncomfortable. See what happens? I don't want to tell anybody about it because I'm not ready, and I'm like, everybody come.
See, I don't know how that works. Like, I don't want to act like I'm single because I think that would be disrespectful to her, right?
Yes.
But like in my marriage, you know, we made my marriage such a huge part of what we do that I hesitate to do anything like that again, right?
Yes.
So like, it's this balance of like, I want to say that I'm seeing somebody and I'm having a really good time doing so. But then also like, I'm gun shy because I made my last thing such a huge part. And then that went away so quick that I don't want to set myself up for that again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I don't have any advice for you. I don't have any advice for you except just to follow what feels best for you. Because when I was going through my divorce, I had one friend tell me, people are going to judge you no matter what. So do what makes you happy and what you want to do. So if you want to keep it low key and us talking about it in a live stream in front of thousands of people is your type of low key, then I guess that's what
I didn't mean like that.
No. And you have the mother to your children that we have to be respectful to as well.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. But I'm happy for you and I could tell a difference in you.
What's that?
I'm happy for you and I could tell a difference in you.
Thank you.
Oh, could you see the smile on my face this morning? You know I needed that weekend, man. Oh, so much fun.
Okay, but weekend aside, and regardless of who you ended up with, tell me about Frog Jump because I'm intrigued.
I didn't go. No, Frog Jump. It's all bikers. It's bikers downtown the whole time. They took it, but they were awesome. They're from everywhere, and they come and they ride through here. Joe took the kids to Frog Jump. From what I heard, they didn't have big rides. They just had little like kid rides.
Okay.
And then, but a ton of food and drinks. And the kids said it was packed.
I'm sure. I mean, like a mountain town like that is packed on the weekend just because it's beautiful up there. And then you throw in frogs.
Oh yeah. I met tons of beautiful women. Any of you from that I met downtown, just so you men know, you're all batting out of your league. Because I met some of the most beautiful women, man, this weekend. You need to come up next year. It was so much fun.
That's funny. I will.
It was
totally
so much fun.
I totally will.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I'm gonna go watch frogs jump.
Yeah, I had a big opportunity to make some extra cash flow, man.
No. Yeah, I'm not hating. I'm just saying, like, I want to go see frog jump, and I want to go to whatever town has the largest ball of twine. Like, I want to see weird stuff.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. All right. Thanks for listening to my weekend story. I had to wait until the kids were in school to tell you about it.
I'm glad you had a good weekend. You look refreshed. You look tired but refreshed.
Oh man, it was so fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good week.
All right, you guys. Bye.